This is a Normal Nerds podcast where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff and whatever else we feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Ceresia.
I'm your host who thinks a secret hideaway train station is always great until you think about the rats, David Spates.
This episode is the review of The Penguin, episode 5. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo!
Another great episode of The Penguin, and
Always a good time.
a lot happened in this episode.
It really did. It's a great setup episode for like what's coming too, which I thought was fantastic. So remind me how it starts. It's like it picks up right with the aftermath of Sophia killing her whole family. Correct, right? Like the cops are there and stuff. And they're going over it and all that stuff. And she's like, pretty much just being like, you guys worked for me for a long time, so maybe just like go back to doing what you're doing to the police thing. That's very funny. Is that voice actor, the actor they have playing the captain? Is that actually how he talks? Because whenever I see him, that's how he talks.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Interesting role to play.
I just, I did enjoy that whole sequence there. She's like lying about it, and the kid lived, and all whatever, blah blah.
Send the kid off to a girl's home or a children's home. Smart, good.
Yeah, good.
She's evil, but one of the good things you could.
Oh, I know, but
get her as far.
But
away
in
from
reality,
her.
It's evil
I mean, yeah,
because it's Gotham, so the place
That's
is
true,
gonna,
yeah.
the place is going to be awesome. And well, the orphanages aren't so bad.
ever since Bruce Wayne got a hold of him, you know.
Yeah, because Bruce Wayne just for some reason just has such a heart of gold for
I
orphanages.
know he really does. Really a deep affinity and connection to them.
But I was gonna say is I did like how she like he pretty much just like called her out on it.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I fucking know this is you. Like, and they're like, where's Johnny Vitti? Which that whole sequence was really interesting. How she like this episode, what it did for me is just like it solidified like, yeah, these are all villains.
Yeah, they're all just bad people doing bad. Like you can like look at their motives and be like, blah 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 and all this stuff. But she chained a guy in a mausoleum and dumped cold water on him in freezing temperatures. That's torture.
Yeah,
that's full on torture. That's a pretty bad torture. Like you look at people cutting and all that stuff, but like that's pretty bad torture. That's attacking your body heat.
And
that's
then
an important thing.
Great scene is when she comes, she's now the crime boss and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And he just tries to like we got to calm down. She just shoots him immediately. I was like, that I was like, ooh.
Oh,
From the Johnny Vitti, you're a bitch.
I mean, he was a bitch. Yeah, sleeping with the boss's wife.
Right.
What a moron.
And then like it seemed like he was like really into his sister.
Yeah, that was weird.
Talking about how beautiful she was and all this kind of stuff.
For a
I was like,
while
yeah.
there, yeah. I'm going to chalk that up to being really cold and losing his mind a little bit.
Yeah,
but,
let's go with that.
Definitely used his sister as a stepping stone.
I know.
In the mob.
Yeah.
So, like, it's good that you feel responsible on some level for her death, because you kind of are. Obviously, her dad is most responsible, but still.
Yes, 100%.
Interesting story points, though, is that, like, the mom wanted to take the kids away. Allegedly. Who
This
knows?
is all alleged stuff.
Yeah, Johnny Vitti is a freaking snake, so
Yeah.
Who knows what he was actually.
She called him out of being a liar about it, then he said he wasn't. He's like, why do I have any reason to lie now? And I'm like, to get out of being tortured?
Yeah, to stay alive? Like, what are you talking about, man?
Clearly didn't work out too well because you
No,
died.
just kept his mouth shut. She just done what he was told.
Yeah.
And he might have been alive. He would have been walking on glass for a long time, but, like, once he got past that, she might let him live.
Also just shows you, like, yes, so funny, two things that I thought were really funny in that scene is, she shoots him, that was crazy. Then she pulls the great line for, if you're going to take over and be a violent individual of an organization, there's no better way to get the underlings underneath you than sprouting some good old Marxism.
I know.
You guys have been not paid enough, and the higher ups have been paid so much, but you're the real workers.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make sure that all of you are paid just the same as me, but not really.
Not really. Not at all.
You don't live in a mansion this big, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have access to all the money.
And if you disagree with me, I'm going to shoot you.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty clear, actually.
It is straight up out of the Marxist handbook.
100%.
Like, when she did that,
Wild
I was like,
how it works on gang people and dumb people.
yeah,
The same.
I was like,
dumb people too, but still.
oh, well, definitely. Yeah, but I was just dying laughing when she was doing that. Also, her taking her mom's last name or whatever, that's just dumb, but
Yeah, it's whatever. I understand the symbol.
I get the symbolism.
Yeah, I know the symbolism. I don't. That one. That's one of those ones that doesn't really take it out of me. Take me out of it at all. It's just like, yeah, you're crazy. You would do something like this.
Oh yeah, I know.
Even though you might be a bigger monster than your dad. Very close at this point.
Yeah. I don't know. She's more yeah, I would say yeah, only because like she's way more unhinged.
She's way more unhinged. She's not afraid to kill anybody, and like
Evidently.
and like obviously it's just inferences off the show so far. Yes, the dad killed his wife, their mom, his family member. She killed her whole family.
That's true.
So like that's like
true.
we're talking about one-ups here in the crime world. I mean like
Yeah, that's true.
one body, 10 family
I
members.
mean, he probably killed way more than that.
Probably killed more people.
Yeah.
But like family
Members. Oh, okay. Yeah, he probably didn't
I don't
kill-
know.
yeah.
But it's also mob boss in Gotham. You get to kill a cousin every other week. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely more unhinged too. Love her outfit. Very Gotham villainous.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost out of a comic book there. I love
Yeah.
it. I think it's so interesting. The whole gushed over her quite a bit. It's gonna be great to see how she goes. But before we get to the rest of the stuff that she did, we have to talk about the discussion with the Maronis, the kidnapping of the dork son.
I know.
That kid's a moron.
Love
Well,
how
the kid was
TikTok-
a moron.
Love how TikTok was in this show.
I know. It's like it's a modern Gotham for a modern audience.
How much do you think TikTok paid to get into that? Because like they didn't need to show that it was TikTok.
No,
they could have just
they just
shown it
went
was a video.
Something on a phone.
Yeah, and they had to show us TikTok. That
TikTok.
was really funny. Yeah, what an idiot, Tony Maroney. Not Tony Maroney.
Tony Maroney. That'd be funny though,
No,
wasn't it?
what's his name? Maroney.
Sale is the dad.
Yeah, I know. What's his son's name?
Heck if I know.
It starts with a T. I think it's like TJ Maroney or
Either way.
whatever. The dumb son who's barely in the show because he's dead now.
He's dead now.
That was like, first of all, great. I just love like the Penguins' move was just like eliminate everyone.
Yeah, that was really, really good. The burning of the wife and the son was, of course, it was a double cross. First off, like no shit.
And then she double crossed him. So yeah.
She double crossed him. Technically, she double crossed him first, and then the Penguin finished his normal double cross. So it's like
Yeah, she technically double crossed.
technically
him
beat
first,
him with a punch.
but he really did double cross her first.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
100. They double crossed each other.
Double
but
crossed her.
He double crossed her in a way worse way. Also, this is one of those ones where it's like, why didn't you just shoot her? Like,
That is a great point.
but they're mob bosses, so maybe symbolism or some way. Just like, he's making a name for himself.
I didn't
so
even
it's like,
think about it, and I really.
that flame move
I
kinda
think
slow.
the reason I didn't think about it, it just seems like something a Gotham villain would do.
Yeah, I think he's making a name for himself. It's like, here's the Legend of the Penguin.
Yeah,
I burn my
yeah.
enemies alive now.
That guy totally failed at killing Maroney too.
Yeah, that one surprised me. Because you're sitting there rooting for Oz. It's like, well, Oz, at least Sophia's alive, and the mushrooms. When he gets there, the mushrooms are maybe gone. Who knows? But at least you got rid of the one crime family. And then Sal calls him. I was like, oh, this is such good storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you're alive. You got your organs scrambled, but I'm here for it. I'm pumped for it.
I mean, people always survive those stab wounds.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Also, just funny because like she had their I just saw the things like she had this whole like Marxist little speech there, and the Riddler was like huge thing was like the rich are awful, but then proceeded to flood the poor people of Gotham.
Yeah, trying to kill the rich people. Well, it's because like he was trying to kill the ruling mayoral class.
But all he did was just hurt the.
all he did. Well, it's like, whoa, maybe it's weird how this TV is mimicking society in some way.
Yeah, I did love just the scene with Maroney and Sophia. That was just a good scene. Nothing too crazy about it, but it was a good scene. But the scene where he captures Maroney's son was awesome.
Yeah,
like how he's like it's like like you can just see him and like everything else is out of the
hanging
background.
out, gooning there by
Penguin's
himself,
just popping everyone off.
No.
That poor tattoo artist.
I know. I was like, oh shit, dude, no.
Yeah, and Penguin just shoots him.
Yeah,
he could have went for a gun. I don't know. We didn't see because he was not secure.
Yeah,
But
it could have been. I think. Yeah,
he probably shot him because the Penguin didn't want any witnesses.
That's a good point. That's probably true. That's probably what happened. And then Vic there for the win on that one.
Yeah. Vic is
is going full evil. I've accepted it.
Yeah, he's all in.
Yeah, he's all in. So since he's all in, let's just root for the Penguin. Let's it's fine. Good for Vic.
So
he's
also,
moving on up in the world.
We've been saying this a lot on the podcast. I did some research. So Matt Reeves, the guy who making the show, he said that Batman is not in the show.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Which means he's in the last episode.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, let's all be real. Let's be
yeah, okay, fair enough.
He did say this also too, which I was like making sure. I was like, but they got to mention the Batman.
Yeah.
And he says the Batman is not mentioned a lot.
Yeah.
So that would imply that he does get mentioned.
Yeah, I think he was in the first episode.
Well,
I could be wrong.
That's just like
fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That was he wasn't mentioned enough because no one's gonna steal any tires if Batman's around.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Or you're gonna get your spine broken and never be able to
Absolutely
talk.
destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you take that candy bar.
You son of a gun.
Son of a bitch.
But that scene was really cool. Yeah, Vic is definitely. It was actually like a really good scene, but kind of unimportant when they go back to Vic's old place, and he has to sneak the Penguin's mom.
Yeah.
Through like the garbage crap because that one guy, I can't remember his name,
Slick or
something like that. Whatever. That scene was like overly intense for what was happening.
Yeah,
Like it had really a real good intensity behind it.
Yeah, because he didn't want that guy to see him because like let's see, if he runs the drops, then he probably works for Sophia or Sophia's family. Mm-hmm. So if he sees Vic and if Vic has like not a warrant for his arrest,
didn't he see him though?
He did see him, yeah. So he saw Vic, and if Sophia knows about Vic, then she'll have like I don't know, a hit out on him.
Yeah, hit.
So
yeah. I was gonna say a wire poster.
Yeah, so now like this is how the Penguin's mom falls into Sophia's hand.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah, because this is intense because like, he said, not that the Penguin's good in any way, but he says like, oh, my ma, she keeps me good.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, so what's you not good?
I know. Well, we're gonna find out.
Yeah, I think we're gonna find out because I think the mom's gonna die.
Yeah, I think she is too.
Yeah, tough episode for the Penguin though, because obviously
his entire
his whole world's falling apart around him. His prostitute girlfriend dumps him.
I forgot all about that.
And so he goes through that, and then his plan falls apart, loses most of the mushrooms. The only thing he's got going for him right now is that his mom's alive. I mean, end of the episode.
Gets his lair.
Well, it just shows the Penguin just like this episode is all as we talked about since the beginning of the season. The show is just about how fast the Penguin can adapt to everything.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, he takes a breath, freaks out a little, and gets right back at it. 1, 2, and keep going.
Yeah, he's like, I mean, that's what I love. Like, I love when he is lying to somebody about like something that he's lied about already. Like it's just like. Like, I'm always on your side. What do you mean? Yeah. And I always love it. I'm like, because he just slides right into that role so quick and easy.
No problem every single time. I am pumped for this layer though. Of like, I mean, comics romanticize it and all that stuff because Batman spends some time in the sewers here and there with like electronics and all that jazz. But I'm just like, you guys know that these abandoned train stations and sewers are disgusting, right? Like everyone's like, oh, it'd be the perfect layer. It'd be so cool down there. And the show makes it look cool down there. It's got to be infested with so many rats. How are you going to grow any mushrooms down there? I know.
Well, mold. Well, rats. Oh, you think the rats are weird? Well, well, no, rats are, they can climb.
Yeah. Oh, rats can do anything.
Yeah.
Rats are, if they have a surface,
they'll probably just kill them or something somehow.
Yeah, probably. I'll like gas. I do something.
You know what's funny? This so like I thought, and this is totally irrelevant. And I was just like, so the scene with the generator. I was thinking of this. I was like, and he pulls it 3 times. I'm like, why don't they make it pull it 3 times to try to make it like look realistic? Let me know like it's gonna turn on. I was like, but if you just pulled it once, that would look too unrealistic. I was like, it's funny how this is a thing.
Yeah.
They wrote that in. Like he had to be. They're like, pull it 3 times to make it look like it's more realistic. Because if you pull it once, it won't look realistic. When in reality, we all know it's going to turn on.
Yeah. So
it really doesn't matter. But at the same time, if he did just pull it once, I would have been like, well, that's unrealistic.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That's a good point. That's really weird. You're analyzing.
It was
now.
so weird.
That long.
It was so weird. I just popped my head while it was happening. Because like when he turned, there was a generator. I was like, of course there's a generator. But actually, that is not too unrealistic. I don't know how long ago he said that place is. He said it was a little too long, but they probably would have generators down there to turn on those lights to work on things.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure they would have. Yeah, and so it's gonna be.
Did he kill that dog? I wasn't paying attention during that scene.
Which dog, remind me?
There's like a dog barking at him when him and Vic go to walk down to the tunnel. I like missed it because I was like doing something.
I don't remember a dog.
It stops making noise, so I'm assuming he killed it.
Probably. I don't remember a dog.
No, there's a dog.
I don't remember.
Or maybe it just runs away. It was behind the gate before they opened it. It may have just ran away.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe it just ran away.
I don't remember, man. I don't remember that. That part I was like, oh, what's going on here?
When Vic was like, you're not going to take me with you? And he's like, but you're the only guy I can trust. I was like, oh, well.
Yeah. I did feel that was like, that's awesome. It's like, good for you, Vic. I mean, that makes sense. Like, you are a little, you trust him with his mom. That's a huge thing and all that stuff. Crap job. Not going to lie.
Yeah, I don't know why he brought her there.
I mean, yeah, I think his thinking made sense. Like, Crown Point is such a disaster right now.
Yeah.
There's no cops. There's no gang members other than that
point.
one guy, other than like, the skids that were already there before. There's nobody there that could like that would have, because it's
Why
a
is he doing,
disaster.
why do you think he's doing a bad job?
What? No, I don't think he's doing a bad job. I think babysitting the mom's a crappy job.
Oh yeah, 100%. When he walked in and everything was
No,
pieces.
Vic's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Like when the Penguin gave him props there, I was
Yeah.
like, good for you, Vic. Good
yeah.
job.
No, he gave him. Yeah, I think he's doing it. Like right when he walked in, I was like, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I do like when she gets it in her head and she gets back to normal and stuff like that.
That is fun, yeah.
It's always when she's like, you talk about Oz's like goals and aspirations. That's where it always like appears and like when he's
Yeah.
actually doing everything like that.
She's focused and all that. Like how she's like, she hates the East Side so much.
She hates what?
The East Side.
Oh yeah,
It's
of
like
course.
I like the little line there. It's like the East Side's cursed. It's like, ooh,
Ooh,
yeah, it is.
it is.
It definitely.
I did like actually the start of this episode when Oz burns his car.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's all right. It's just a car. He's like, I had one's just as nice of it. Well, no, probably not.
yeah. That was the nicest one.
Yeah, I thought that was so funny.
Plum.
He also does the Marxist handbook move to his guys. He's like, I care about you. He's like, with me, you'll be fed and put like,
Yep.
absolutely.
It's like, hey, man,
They all fall for it.
The dumb masses fall for it every single time.
But I do think the one thing I do actually believe was he says the line in the beginning. He's like, when I eat, you eat. And
Yeah.
you guys are like, yeah, that's always true. And I bet he does that.
I bet he's really good to it with people under him. Yeah.
Yeah,
I bet
because he's a manipulator.
Yeah, big time. Yeah,
Yeah.
big time. Yeah. So
So
he's
it's like he makes sure to keep like one squad of people who really
like him and
like
are
him and
loyal
stuff
and
like
do
that.
stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's a really good point. I didn't think about that. Damn, this is about to be so good because now it's gonna be like this. Oz is slowly just becoming a titan of the city against these two former titans of gang bosses. So it's gonna be so interesting. And if he kills them, it's kind of cool that they've consolidated now because now he has to wipe out one enemy as opposed to two.
Yeah, really interested to see how they're gonna go about this because obviously this is a Elseworld.
Yeah.
So they can pretty much do whatever they want.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Penguin could even die.
That's true. Yeah. I doubt that'll happen though.
I wouldn't like that. But
Yeah.
but like the Falcone family could. I mean, they already killed Falcone, who is
yeah.
a prominent villain in Batman.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do because I imagine this is gonna bleed into the next movie.
Yeah, you're probably right. Because the next movie, the Penguin will probably be like a bigger figure.
Or just like, I don't know. It looks like the way the poster looks. I feel like Mr. Freeze is going to be in it, but
Interesting.
I don't think
wonder how they'll
actually.
do that one.
I don't know. They shouldn't do it.
They shouldn't do it. I think that one's. There are some villains they can do, like the Riddler. They could do because the Riddler is the guy with bombs.
Joker.
You can do
They
Joker.
shouldn't do him, but yeah.
They should not do Joker.
Penguin.
But Mr. Freeze is tough because like
He's like the only like
it's pseudo magic. Let's be real
Yeah.
here. It's science.
Poison Ivy and
Ice beam.
Yeah, Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze. It's like just stay with her. In those
Yeah, they're do
Calendar Man
Calendar. Why does anyone do Calendar Man?
because his name.
That's so stupid. Dude, I'll take Calendar Man. I'll take Zast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be
really
really
good,
cool.
yeah,
Scarecrow I'd take again. I would take it.
Scarecrow.
I would take a little
again.
different. I think Batman Begins nailed Scarecrow pretty well
Yeah.
with the everything. But he's one of those I don't really mind if there's a lot you can do with him.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But yeah,
Scarecrow,
Mr. Freeze is like it's too hard. It's not. It's like it's. But you could use Mr. Freeze in a movie with multiple superheroes like
Yeah.
Superman and stuff like. Because then you're already like, okay, we're already in.
Yeah, we've already like Mr. Freeze is way more believable than the
Yeah.
guy that just flies because of
Especially-
the sun.
especially in this Gotham. This
Yeah.
Gotham is very grounded in
Yes,
reality.
it's very, like hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything they do is pretty much it's gritty and just does what it's supposed to. It's like there is no magic aspect to it,
So,
no mysticism, no science fiction to it. It's just sciencey.
but we got 8 episodes left of this. Not 8 episodes. That'd be awesome.
That'd be amazing.
3 episodes left
Oh.
of this. Yeah, but 8 episodes would be awesome.
The show, once again though, watching this show, it feels like I've already gotten like so many, like gotten a full season out of what's already been there. So
It's very,
man,
very
good
good.
TV is good TV.
It's very, very good. I've been telling everyone to watch it, and no one's watching it. That I keep telling to watch it. It's really annoying.
Yeah,
A lot of people will go, oh, I'm just going to wait till it's out. I'm like, okay, that's fair.
fine. But you better watch it then.
Yeah. Well, the people, it's just like, you can tell people are like, the Penguin, the comic book movie. You know how people are with like comic book things.
Yeah.
They'll be like,
Bum, bum,
they're like the
bum.
comic book thing. And it's like, it's really funny is like, I know what you're thinking because you're thinking these Marvel movies, like where there's like just a lot of CGI and stuff. But like, comic books have been around forever with detailed stories and stuff like that.
For a long time now. And for the last several years, they've been very gritty and trying to follow like gritty and grounded to be able to make movies. It's not just like it's not the pow, the bam
Yeah, yeah.
anymore. You know that, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's been a long time now.
Also, when the Penguin burned his car, he was talking about whatever that guy's name, the guy who ran his town.
Oh yeah, the good gang.
And then he did the,
good gang boss.
The
cross.
The cross.
Yeah.
And I was like, Christianity confirmed.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I
yeah.
mean, it is.
The DC universe is very Christian.
It is
yes.
Christian.
Yes.
Batman's Catholic.
Yes.
Yeah. And then like the most powerful being in all of DC is God.
Yeah, the presence, right?
Yeah, it's God.
It's God. It's God. I just won't say God, but
It's
God.
literally God. Yeah. Yeah, great show. Can't wait for next Sunday.
Pumped.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.